thank you, Gary. That was great. And Alan, that was really good. First of all, Alan, I wonder if you could explain to us, you've got 3 congas here. Can you tell me why you're using 3 different sizes and what they're really called?
Yes, the 3 congas we have here, Quinto, Tumba and Tumbador, small, medium, large, or even this one's called a conga quite often. Most of the time it's a conga. Conga is a general term, but conga will do. Tumba, conga, same thing. And you have 3 different tones. But they needn't necessarily be these sizes. They could be a smaller one and a smaller one and a slightly smaller one or larger. It doesn't matter really that much. As long as they're basically 3 different sizes. You can actually have all the same sizes and tune them differently. So you could have 3 tumbadors. We could tune that one, this one, and another one. You could have small, medium, and large the same in tone, you know. But you would have a deeper tone. You wouldn't ever get it as high as the Quinto here. Right. But the main thing is not necessarily the size of conga, but the sound you get from the conga. And this is the important thing, the sound. And that's where we're going to start, with the sound. And then we'll go into some patterns and then some rhythms from the patterns. Okay. But it's no good learning rhythms until you know how to get the sounds. So we'll start with a very simple thing, and then we'll go into a pattern of that, and then into a rhythm from it. So if you want to stay there, or you want to join me, or you want to ask me some more questions.
If you were starting to play from day one, what's the first thing that you would show somebody?
I have to teach you how to make the sound. The sound is the most important thing. The sound of the drum. The right sound.
Yeah.
Without the sound, you can't make any. You can learn rhythms, but without the sound, you couldn't. The rhythms wouldn't sound right. Right. So we have to go with your hand, and we have to teach you how to make the right sound. From the right sound, then we teach you rhythms. From rhythms, and you learn things on your own. You can actually pick up things, but you can only pick them up if you make the right sound to begin with. That's the important thing. So,
can you show us a very, very basic rhythm to start with?
Well, I will show you the sounds, how you get the sound and turn it into a rhythm. Yes, sure. We'll start with just a 4/4 rhythm, and it'll be what you would use for cha-cha, really. And it's used, drummers use mama dada, two beats on each hand. And the same with the conga. And it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And it's a sort of heel and toe movement. It's very simple. It probably looks simple, but it is simple once you're loose. You know, it's very difficult to begin with because people, being stiff, they can't. But it's a very simple way of learning to play, and it's a correct way. It doesn't mean that you know all the rhythms from that, but that basic theme gives you a lot of rhythms, which we will show you later on. So it's 1 and 1, 2. And if you noticed, I've got the drum between the legs and I've tilted it because you get slight more sound out with the drum tilted so that the bottom's open. With the tumbador, it doesn't matter so much. It seems to be a much larger bellied drum, and the sound reverberates. In actual fact, you get more reverberation from the larger one than you do from the smaller one, and so on. You know.
Is it normal to play them on the floor? Because a lot of people play them actually on stands, don't they?
You can play them either way, but it's much more natural to play them on the floor because you can do certain things when you're playing. Sound, which you wouldn't be able to do on stand, you see. I think most of the Cuban guys, you know, and a lot of African guys play them sitting down. It's the most natural way. Stands came along later, actually, a lot later. So, I'll go back to that basic pattern, and I'll do it even slower. And what we'll do is we'll do that and then show you how it is made up into a rhythm that you will know, because you'll have heard on records and so on. So you start 1, 2. I'm being looking very stiff, but you'll see when I speed up, I shall change. They'll become very floppy.
Yeah.
And that basically is how you start. Now I'll show you from that first little rhythm how it sounds when you're actually playing, because you do play like that, but you don't hear, there's sort of rest beats these, so you wouldn't actually hear them when we're playing. So you 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just explain to you, this all comes from Mama Dada, what we call Mama Dada. Because the faster you do it, it becomes sort of naturally like this. When you're adept at doing and so on, you can move your hands all over the place. But you've got to be making the right sound to do it. It's no good if it all sounds. It doesn't, you know, it wouldn't, the rhythm wouldn't sound right.
Right. How many actual sounds are you using there? You've got a slap in
well,
there.
yes, I've got a slap. I've got the rest beats, which are they are patterns that you use, because in actual fact, sometimes you do actually use them. For instance, if you're playing. Using it for rest beats, you're using it as a beat there.
Yeah. So
you're going. But that's just two. There's the palm. I don't know how that's coming out. The slap. This is the clue. Slap with both hands. Also make the sound with both hands. Slap with both hands and with both hands. Everything's got to be done with both hands.
Right. A lot of people ask me, and probably you, how you get the slap sound successfully, because it seems that a lot of people learn to play basic rhythms, but they then have a lot of difficulty trying to get the slap sound properly.
Yes, it's really a knack. It's very difficult to show somebody how the slap's made, but in actual fact it's only made with the fingertips, although it looks as if you're sort of grabbing the whole drum, like, yeah. But it's not actually, it's just because you can slap almost anywhere on the drum. I'll put it down because it reads.
And you're actually you're grabbing.
Well, I'm not. It looks like it, but I'm not actually. It's quite flat. Yeah. The palm hits the drum a split second before the tips. It's kind of like slapping somebody's face, if you like.
Well, thanks, Alan. Now, I'd like to turn to Gary a second. Gary, I wonder what you can tell us about playing the bongos.
Well, the bongos, unlike the conga, is not used necessarily to lay down rhythms. It's more of a filling the spaces instrument to work with the conga. It's the technique used in playing bongos is, in some respects, similar. A lot of wrist action. And the edges are played, mainly the edges, as opposed to further into the head, the drum head, as opposed with conga. So, and there. There's also a very basic technique similar to Mama Dada, where you move your hand across the head whilst hitting the edge. So,
Am I right in saying that that's an easier way of actually playing than actually going from one drum to the other?
yes, you usually find very often people starting out tend to do, but that's a lot harder. The proper technique enables you to go a lot faster, a lot easier.
Can I butt in here and say that you also get two tones when you're doing that, because you're
Yes.
killing when you're hitting the edge, you're killing the sound, and you might add that it went in between, your beat is in between your
Yes.
impact.
Yes, right. Yes, it's,
So that you can I don't know whether you can hear the slight difference in
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Could you give us an example of a very basic bongo rhythm?
well, that is the most basic rhythm is the one that I just did. Obviously, the speeds vary. Basically it. And then, as I said before, the filling element comes in. So
Great.
it's just meant for filling in while the conga is laying down a specific rhythm. Bongos are there to make everything enhance and to it's colourful.
Yeah.
It's a very exciting sound because it cuts through everything. It's a much higher pitched
That's right.
sound, and consequently it tends to cut through everything and adds a bit of spice to the music. Another point I'd like to make is that the bongo player is invariably going to play cowbell as well, and throughout a number, depending on the arrangement of course, will constantly change from playing cowbell to bongos and bongos back to cowbell again.
Yeah. Okay, Gary, would you like to give us a demonstration on that?
Certainly, we'll give you a demonstration of bongos filling in between basic rhythm laid down by conga.
Great.
Cue maestro.
going to go back to a basic pattern and show you again how we get the cha-cha rhythm, which is a fairly simple rhythm. And it starts again, Mama Dada, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 I'll show you this pattern again, but from a different angle, so that you can follow the hand movement. I'll do it a little slower. 1, 2, 3. At that point, I shall play that double and show you what sort of sound it makes. But on the second beat, I'll put a slap in so that you'll see how the rhythm goes with a slap. So here we go. And if you noticed, I pulled my hand through there to get a slightly different effect from Mama Dada. Which you could use as a mambo rhythm, actually. Not because I pulled my hand through there, but the actual rhythm is no longer cha-cha. That tempo becomes a mambo. And also, we get other things here, which we can show you how to get in. Is that coming out? I hope it is. This is another effect from the conga that you don't often hear being played. It's the palm of the hand on the centre of the drum, but for this you have to lift the drum, and this is where the sitting down method scores, because you can't do this if you're standing with them on stands, because although you get that sound, you can't lift it to give you that added impetus when you're playing. Which you might want to do when you're sitting. Way of playing, and you'll find a lot of Latin guys do this when they're sitting down. They'll bring the drum right up maybe, and you'll get a completely different sound out. from the normal sound that you're hearing. This is only done mainly as sort of little bits of frills put in, rather like the bongos filling in between congas. You do this with conga. You fill in with little bits here and there. But anyway, we go back to basic again. But this is all part of being able to do mama dada, because it gives you this wrist movement that you wouldn't get if you couldn't do it. And also we come to another rhythm, which again uses the same technique, but we split the drum now, and we shot, you'll see my hand still doing this to get the same effect. I'm actually not splitting the drums, I'm splitting my hand. And this comes from Mama Dada. With this rhythm, there's so many variations from this movement. That's splitting your hands. You can also split your hands for doing the basic mambo beat. Instead of doing it that way, you do which is not very useful if you're playing fast. That mambo rhythm, which we call it guaracha. And if we're playing fast, we can play it find that if you split your hand, you don't get as tired as trying to do. It's much easier at that speed to. But I must point out at this stage, it must be the sound that you get. The sound has got to be right. If the sound isn't right, the rhythm's won't sound right. So again, you must basically learn to hit the drum properly. Good exercise actually, to play both hands and getting both hands playing the low notes and both hands getting the slap. You to split your hand whilst you're playing as well. You split the rhythm between the two hands. It's important because these things, although it's got very little to do with mama dada, it's another form of making rhythms. For instance. And you have to learn all these different ways and different themes to get different sounds. For instance, we have another rhythm called wawanko, which show you another way of doing that. Another simple way where you split your hand again. At that stage, I think I'd like to call Gary back, because what I'd like to do is show you something that we do with wawanko, which is really Cuban folk music. 1, 2, 3, 4. little wawanka we did there, I think, I hope. And I don't know whether you could see, but with the camera pointing this way, you'll find that it was quite a simple rhythm, but the offbeats, obviously, the offbeats with the left hand. This is another important thing, to be able to use your left hand with little off beats and fills, but you've also got to be able to slap at a moment's notice. You might be playing. Can we just do this again, this one, Uncle?
Sure.
The same speed? Carry on. Just filling in little bits and able to slap here and there, and it fills the gaps. So you've got to be able to use your hands in every way. You've got to be able to use both hands, and you've got to be able to make the sounds with both hands, the right sounds with both hands. If I couldn't do that, I wouldn't be able to play really. I wouldn't be able to do any of this. I wouldn't be able to fill in and sit there and watch for hours and hours. It's very important to get the right sound. The sound is the most important thing of playing. We'll go on to something else now. We'll go on to some sounds that you would probably hear, more funky things, and congas can be just as funky as drummers, probably more so. But do you want to lead off, Gary? Just a little thing there that it wasn't anything special, but the fact that Gary could copy what I was doing because he knows the sounds, And even if he'd never done that before, he could just copy because he can hear and he knows where to put his hands, so that if I was doing whatever I was doing, he could interpret and bring it out in his hands, you see, the same sound. So that's something that, being a conga drummer, you pick up sounds, you can pick them up from records, and even if you can't see somebody doing it, you can say, oh yes, he's yeah, and you struggle through and you and by making the right sounds and by being able to use moving your hand, being able to move your hands anyway, because obviously you're practicing, you can just pick different sounds up and different rhythms by watching somebody and just purely interpreting it into your brain. Play a samba rhythm and I'll copy what you do. Very slowly, because again, if you don't know the rhythm, it would be very difficult to pick it up at that speed, I would think. So if you do a very slow and we both play the same rhythm and we play it different ways. we're going to now incorporate a drum kit so that you can see how congas and drums actually can complement each other occasionally. So here we have Peter on drums, and I'd like you to do a bossa nova. And now we're going to do a 16-beat disco rhythm, and Pete's going to obviously do it on the drums, and we're going to interpret something on congas to fit. Okay, Peter, let's try something together now. I'm going to play sort of back to basic cha-cha thing, and you fit your drums in with me, or we'll fit in together, okay?
Right, okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been through several different rhythms with the drummer, and it worked pretty well. In fact, it worked very well. And as you will see, drums and congas can be played together very simply. And I don't know whether you noticed, but a lot of the rhythms that Gary and I were playing basically at varying speeds we're using this pattern. And this pattern actually is a sort of standby thing. It covers jazz, it covers Latin, it covers all sorts of rhythms using the same pattern at just at varying speeds. And variations come in. There are thousands of variations, so don't worry about it. You can get lost with variations. But to recap again and again and again, this is very important. Other ways of playing the same rhythm without using that pattern. It still comes to the same thing, but when you've actually learnt that rhythm and that way of doing it, you'll find that you might want to not do it that way, but because you're by that time quite proficient, you might whatever method you use, providing you make the right sounds, it will all come together. If the right sounds are there, you'll get the rhythms, because you can't help yourself. Providing you've got the right sound from your drum. If you don't have the right sound from your drum, you're nowhere. You can't start. So. Exercises, lots of exercises, various exercises that you can practice by using both hands, and even if you can't slap, you can do these exercises and the slap will come, because eventually after doing it for many days, it just happens. I'll do it without the slap first. If you're doing that and you're doing it very relaxed, you automatically are going to slap, because your fingers, when they're relaxed, will just come down the drum in a manner allowing your tips to make that sound. If you're stiff, you can't do it. I'm stiff now, so however hard it's not the power has nothing to do with it. It's just a technique. That's... See, the more I relaxed my fingers, the more I'm able to slap, because it's purely the fingertips coming down a split second after the heel of the hand comes down. And as you will obviously understand, that if your hand is stiff, nothing's going to happen. So relax. Your hands are flapping like that. It's a good sign. If you get your hands to do this, you can get
Alan, I wonder if you could just give us a quick word on if there's any methods of tuning congas.
Yeah, the similar method as drums. Actually, we've got 6 tuning lugs, or tuning nut boxes, if you like to call them. We call them tuning hooks, tension rods, actually. There's 6 on each drum. And obviously, if you tighten them up unevenly, in other words, if you give one 4 turns and one 2 turns and another one 1 turn, the head's going to come down lopsided. So you make sure that you give the same amount of turn on each nut. Keep them well oiled. I don't mean every day, but once a month to keep a bit of oil down so they don't bind at all. And you tune them like you would tune a drum kit. Now, the sound, you've got to tune them to your own ear, really. And if you're playing with a group, you could then tune them to the bass players. It's quite important, actually, because sometimes, a lot of times, the conga, the bass conga on the door, gets lost with the bass player. But then congas, anyway, are a bass instrument. They're a basic instrument. Years ago, the bongo did most of the work, and the conga just played in the background. And years ago in Latin bands, the conga was really in the background, but he was heard, but he was in the background. He was with the bass. And that's all you heard. And you didn't hear much of the conga. He made the same sound, almost. And everything else was done with timbali and cowbell and bongo. But tuning is no different to drums or any other instrument. If you want to pull the head down evenly, you tune it evenly. the sound you want is purely up to you. If you've got one conga, it doesn't really matter how you tune it, does it? I mean, it doesn't matter what sound you're getting, as long as it's the right sound to you, and it suits your hands. Because, again, if you're tuning, sometimes it sounds dull to you, or too bright, or too sharp, or they've got quite they've got a tone of their own.
Presuming you own a pair of congas and you want to look after them, Alan, what's the best way to look after the heads?
You always detune them when you're not playing them. Because if you do what a lot of people do, leave them in the back of the car for a few nights and they get really cold, you go into a club and they've gone down, they call it soggy, you then tune them up and they're damp, they'll start to crack around the edge.
Yeah.
And within about 6 months you'll lose the head altogether. They'll just crack away and open up. You've got to keep them fairly dry, really. You shouldn't keep them in the car over 1 or 2 nights, especially in the winter. In the summer it's not so bad, but even in the summer they can get really hot and go the other way and get really tight and dry out. So like everything else, if you want to look after it, then they'll last longer than you will, these drums, because being fiberglass, you can't damage it really. All you've got to do is look after the shells. The fittings, I must say, will go dull after time being aluminium, but you can keep that shiny with bluebell and brasso and all the other metal polishers that you can rub on, or just a dry rag every time you stop playing, because the sweat of your hand will make them go dull. But I mean, generally, there's nothing that can go wrong, is there?
Do you oil the heads, or do you put
No, I don't oil. Some people put cream on the heads. I don't think it's necessary. None of my drums have got anything on their head, and they seem to sound all right year after year. They only deteriorate, well, this one's a bit scratchy, by throwing it in the back of the car or the van without a cover, but I think a piano would do that as well. There's very little that can go wrong, especially with the fiberglass shell. I do think the fiberglass win over wood, only in as much as you can throw these about, and you can't throw wood about, and they would tend to split after time, purely because there's nothing to keep it together. The wood isn't seasoned anymore. And I think these win over all because of the resonance and the just durability.
Slightly louder, I would say, wouldn't you?
Well, that's the resonance, that's the hardness of the shell. Yes, you can get a lot of power. I mean, years ago, we didn't used to use amps, and we could cut through with these fiberglass drums, but mind you, in a 15-piece orchestra, it's a bit difficult.
Okay, well, thanks very much to Gary and Alan, and I'm going to let these guys play us out now with a little something of their own.